This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're a person. Today I'm wearing skinny jeans.
Lit.
And before the comments are flooded, I know they're out of fashion. Okay, I know that the new jeans to have, and Becky's taking a peek.
Well, I was just looking. I was like, are these skinny? Are they just straight? And you're a tall man with calves.
I mean, look at this is.
Oh, there's our jegging style.
How dare you?
That's a lot of stretch, Miles. We're really similar here.
Becky, I almost changed them because I felt that you were going to comment on them, and I was like, is it worth changing my pants? Because the other thing is,
bullied. So I don't bully you.
Becky's a cyberbully. Everyone fucking sound off in the comments.
Everyone knows it.
Everyone knows it. But no, these pants were regular jeans, and then I think that my mother-in-law dried them beyond belief at one point. Just put them in the dryer and said, "Let's go all day," and they kind of got jeggings up, especially like where my kind of what's that called?
Knee?
My
calf?
My calf.
Calf?
Well, my calf kind of protrudes from my body. Excuse me. They sort of are really, really tight.
Okay.
But I find that they bring me comfort for some reason. And all my other pants are really dirty.
What do you think that means?
I need to buy new pants.
Yeah, probably.
Well, here's because the other pants that I really like that I think would make my butt look good are white. They're white jeans. And they're great. Sorry. They're really great, Becky, and they make me look like a fashion icon. I'll show you photos after this.
Okay.
But I think they make me look really good.
I feel like I've never seen you in white jeans. What are you talking about?
They're new.
Oh, they're new.
And I do this thing where when I get a nice piece of clothing, I only wear that. And I haven't seen you that as much recently because I haven't been around the office.
That's true.
I haven't been producing You Can Sit With Us.
No.
So I didn't see you every week. But those white pants have really kind of become dirty.
You're wearing white after Labor Day? I mean, I know
God,
I'm in white.
What's the deal with it? Because I'm new to the white clothing game because I wanted to sort of be like, well, I'm actually cool enough to wear this.
Yeah.
But I guess you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day?
You're not supposed to.
What? So like all October?
But then isn't everything after Labor? In my mind, everything is after Labor Day. Because until you go to the next one, it's always after. So what? You can wear white on Labor Day.
Isn't Easter reset? Doesn't Easter reset it?
Maybe.
You're only allowed to wear white between May and September.
When Jesus rises.
He comes down and he says you're allowed to wear white. Well, obviously I'm here with Becky Habersberger. Becky, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
This is your second appearance on the show.
Second appearance.
And it's a pleasure to have you back in the studio. Last time you were here, you talked a little bit about how you were removed from Barnes & Noble for taking a picture of a book.
Yeah.
No,
I'm still scared to go back.
Have you gotten in any trouble recently?
Trouble.
Trouble.
Have I been in trouble?
Yeah.
I did do something that I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember.
You did a little something.
I did something that I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. Then I didn't get in trouble. What was it?
Sure.
I don't know. I was going somewhere I wasn't supposed to go, and I was like, what are they gonna tell me I can't be here? Then tell me I can't be here.
They're never gonna tell you.
What's the worst?
That's right. And since you last were on the show, what's that?
I know what it was.
Here we go.
Here's what it was. I was dropping my friend off at the Hollywood Burbank Airport.
Yeah.
And Keith said, go, or I was picking her up because she was dropping off a rental car.
Yeah.
Keith said, go in the Uber lane. And I was like, Keith, I cannot go in the Uber lane. I'm not in Uber. I don't even have a sticker. I have to go in the regular lane. And he was like, no, just go in the Uber lane. It's going to be faster. So I did.
Wow. No one said boo.
No one said anything. But I had my windows down. I was kind of like, looking.
You said
like I was looking for someone on my
Uber
phone or
for
something.
Jessica. You're doing cosplay.
Yeah.
As an Uber driver.
Yeah. Wiping stuff down.
XL for Jessica. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but I didn't get in trouble for it. I just felt like I was going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm such a little rule follower, and I feel like Sarah puts me out of my comfort zone. She's like, it's going to be fine. And I'm like, 100%. Well, actually, society has rules. And like, I feel like I wasn't always this way. But I feel like in recent years, I've turned into like a little goody two-shoes. And I hate to be that person.
Well, you are now.
I know.
That's your vibe. You're goody two shoes.
I have to repent. I have to resist the urge to be good.
Gotta be bad.
And also, Becky, last time you were on the show, you didn't have a babe, but now you do.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I had
fun.
a babe. I had a babe within the last time I was on the show.
had a babe
Henry was here with us
He was here in the studio live.
in a cellular level.
That's right. And now we're both parents. Who would have thunk?
Who would have let us be parents?
Who the hell?
Who the hell let these
I also
two?
didn't have a baby, right? Yeah, no. I don't think so.
Did you?
No.
You had you
No,
didn't
I
have a
didn't.
baby.
I
Maybe
didn't have
the
a baby.
baby was on the baby was on the way.
Baby was on the way. Sarah
Yeah,
was
yeah.
pregnant when I started the show, even.
Yes,
And I think he
yes,
was like
yes,
a couple
yes.
months after. So now we're both parents. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
which means we're going to give the best advice
That's
because
right.
your parents always know best.
For sure, supposedly.
That's what everyone says.
That's what everybody
When
says.
you become a parent, you're correct all the time.
I've been waiting for sort of an influx of big wisdom, and I don't know that it's come to me.
It'll be in a dream.
It'll
one
be in
day.
a dream? That's
Yeah.
cool. Do you dream a lot? Because I actually feel like I don't anymore, and I wish that I did.
I do more now. I didn't before because I used to have an edible before bed every night. And I was like, I
Oh.
don't dream. I've just never dreamed.
Yeah.
And now, and when I was pregnant, I had dreams.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And now I have dreams sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, Sarah dreams really, really hard every
Mhm.
night, and she says it's like coming from another dimension. She's like sometimes I wake up exhausted because like my dreams are so like
Crazy.
raucous. Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
but I don't know. Sometimes I had like a spooky dream during Halloween season.
Love is. Have you watched Talk to Me?
That scared the shit out of me, dude.
Talk to Me.
That's the scariest movie I may have ever seen in my fucking life.
That
When the
kid deserves
kid-
like an Oscar.
my
I was
God.
like, give this kid an award.
If you want to, I mean, maybe I have to put this out before Halloween now, but if
Oh,
you want
yeah.
to, I mean, who knows? But either way, watch the movie Talk to Me if you want the shit scared out of you.
Yeah.
It is fucked up.
It was
that
scary.
whole scene like really upset me.
It really, I was like,
I was like watching it alone. My
no.
face filled with horror. Sarah was like out with her friends. I was like watching the baby on the monitor, just being like,
what is this? I saw it in theaters.
oh my God.
I went with a girlfriend who is very expressive when she's scared. So she was like screaming in this art house theater, like, holy shit.
So funny you mentioned that. I went to, when we went to see your friend's movie.
Oh, yeah. The Year Between.
When we
The
went and
Year
saw
Between.
The Year Between, which was so fantastic, and by the way, check out The Year Between.
Check out The Year Between.
I sat next to Kelsey Dara, and she is the most expressive movie viewer of all time.
She was very invested.
She was extremely invested. It was a really good movie, but Kelsey the whole time was just going, no. and that was not a horror movie.
Yeah.
But it was just funny to hear her sort of go off about it. But anyway,
Yeah.
we have to get to the phone lines here, Becky. Just to remind the audience here, what makes you perfect to be on the show today to answer these calls, to give people the perfect advice?
I mean, well, like we said, number one, I'm a parent.
That's
and when
right.
you become a parent, you're like automatically
Smartness.
smart.
Mhm.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I'm very talented. And
Talking to me, Willis? That's right. That's
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Very talented.
Very talented at many things.
Yeah.
I won't list them because it's too many to list.
Skateboarding, golf.
Skateboarding, golf, parkour,
Parkour.
martial arts.
Nice.
And I've watched a lot of movies.
That's really good.
So I have a lot of experience viewing the world and then interpreting it.
You understand the art of a story.
Yes.
That's right.
A tangled web.
Well, that's certainly good enough for me. So let's get to the phone lines. But before we do, if you like the show, then you can consider subscribing to it on all platforms so you don't miss a single episode. And then also freaking ringing that bell on YouTube so the episodes get served to your inbox like a nice little pizza. And if you love the show, consider joining us on Patreon with our ad-free extended versions of every single episode, including this one, where Becky and I literally waxed about drinking.
Honestly, I think
partying.
last time we talked about drinking and partying too.
So if you want the deets about how we fucking party and get down, subscribe to the Patreon. And also you can get bonus episodes every Friday where I call back people from the show and get their updates. And I also do little deep dives and sort of wacky flipped episodes where I call people asking for advice for me.
Whoa.
Which is kind of interesting.
Why have you never called me?
That's a really good point. Honestly, Becky's Corner. I got to call her next time.
Subscribe, $2.
Subscribe. So
$2.
Get on the Patreon for all that stuff. But until then, we have some people who need some ANSYs. Mm-hmm. We have some juicy ones, Becky. And of course, I had to bring the juice for you.
Thank you.
Hey, Miles. My roommate's cat keeps leaving skid marks on her freezer, and I don't know what to do about that. So call me back and give me a little bit of advice on how I can get it to stop shitting everywhere. Thanks.
What do you do? When your roommate's cat leaves skid marks on your freezer.
So the cat is wiping its butt on the freezer?
Seemingly, or doing a drive-by or something like that.
Like a spray, like a butt spray.
Oh, Becky. We have to give this person a call
We
back.
have to know.
Because I'm just wondering the logistics of this and if there's maybe other issues that are going on that the cat's being upset by.
Well, I have 2 cats. So
That's right. You're
expert.
Expert.
And I have a cat tattoo, so that makes me extra expert.
That's the extra expert.
Hello.
Hello, you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back about your cat shitting in your freezer. And I'm here with Becky Habersberger.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. No way.
hello. Why don't you give us some more details about your story? But before you do, Becky, can I get a fake name for this person?
Oh, Roberta.
Roberta, give us those deeds.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. I have this roommate that I got off of like Facebook Marketplace. And she has a cat.
Sorry. You ordered a roommate off of Facebook Marketplace, or they found you on Facebook Marketplace?
Picked her up from
No. Okay, we found her on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay, I love the idea of somebody being like, roommate available for hire on Facebook Marketplace. Got it. So you found them through Facebook Marketplace.
No. So I found her through Facebook Marketplace, and she's like, I have a cat. I don't know if that's okay. And me and my roommates were thinking about getting a cat anyways. We were like, no, we love the cat. That's amazing. But this girl's cat has a tendency to be a little dirty, and she'll like leave the house for 4 days at a time. Like, so she comes back to the house on Monday, is there like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then Friday morning at 8 a.m., she leaves to go to her boyfriend's place and doesn't come back till like Monday afternoon. So we have the cat all weekend.
Does she leave is she leaving instructions like, hey guys, I'm going to go. Can you take care of the cat?
No, so she just like puts out a lot of food and then she'll clean the litter box when she gets back on Monday.
Yucky.
So the cat's a little dirty.
That's yucky. That's
And the
so
cat-
yucky.
The cat likes to sit on our deep freezer, and it like drags its butt across the freezer and leaves skid marks on it.
Talk to me about the deep freezer. What are you putting in a deep? I don't. Do you have a deep freezer, Becky?
No, we thought about it because of the excess breast milk.
Oh
but
yeah, that's right.
We decided against.
It's like a trunk that exists in a garage.
And it freezes deeper than your
Thank
freezer.
you. Honestly, that's helpful.
Just to let you know.
Helpful to know. Got it. So,
We're just like,
what do you use the deep freezer for?
we're in a like college house, so our fridge just doesn't have a freezer. So we had to buy a freezer to like freeze our chicken nuggets.
What? Your fridge doesn't have a freezer.
It's just a fridge.
It's just like a closet
My
that
fridge
gets
doesn't
cold.
have a freezer.
Oh,
My fridge doesn't have a freezer, yeah.
that's interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen.
I'm from Canada. Like, our deep freezer is not popular in the States.
Maybe that's a Canadian thing, but I
Yeah.
feel like I just can't really picture. I'm like, so it's a big closet. It's like you
It's a
open
door.
it. It's a door, and everything inside gets cold.
Well, yeah, but like they come in different sizes. So ours is like the size of a mini fridge,
Oh,
but you like put it up at the top and it's like a freezer.
got it. Okay,
Like we
cool.
don't have like one of the big chest ones. Yeah, okay. But so like it'll sit on the freezer and then it leaves shit on top of it and she doesn't clean it up.
Yeah, that's so foul.
That's
I mean,
nasty.
that's real nasty. And I got to say, like, I think that your roommate is being a, and I hate to say it, bad cat owner.
No, that's what we said. It's the neglected cat.
I think that
It's
probably,
a child of neglect.
yeah, it's tough because I think that like accusing someone of being a neglectful cat owner is like a big accusation that may not necessarily be within your purview. And probably you can only give advice on things you can control.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Could you act really
Yeah.
surprised though and be like, take a picture of the shit on the deep freezer and be
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, is the cat okay? What is this? You know, so
kind
then
of like
she's
play
like,
dumb a little bit.
Yeah.
I
and then
really
you're
like that.
Oh.
Then she's surprised and she's like, oh my
Okay.
God, my cat's shitting on the deep freezer.
Yeah, pretend you don't know it's
Yeah.
shit. I think your cat smeared peanut butter.
I hope this isn't chocolate.
I hope it's not chocolate because
Oh my
chocolate's
goodness.
toxic for cats.
Vaguely
Well, the
threaten
catch
her.
is we have another roommate who's like really dirty, and I've caught the cat like licking dirty dishes in the sink before. So maybe I like
I mean, I
kill
gotta
two
say,
birds with one stone.
that sounds cute to me, but a cat licking a dish is actually sounding cute to me.
Yeah, that's pretty adorable.
That's pretty adorable, but I think that the problem is when you, oh, by the way, when you say your roommate's dirty, I know you probably mean like they leave things out, but I'm picturing like Big Ben from Charlie Brown.
Dirt all over them.
Yeah, they're like walking around shuffling soot.
No, not quite that.
Okay, got it. So, well, first of all, you found this strange, you found this strange woman on Craigslist, Facebook.
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace and
.ca.
And are you guys friends, or is this sort of like a strictly business roommate situation?
I'm trying to be a good roommate. I definitely do want to be friends with her, but the catch is she's like 25 and went back to school, and me and my other two roommates were 20. So there is a bit of like an age gap there.
That's interesting. Okay, got it. So you feel like she's in a different stage of her life, leaving her cat.
Yeah.
She's a 25-year-old spinster.
She's ancient.
I understand why she's leaving to go see her boyfriend, but it's just like you also have this cat who you see like 3 days of the week.
I think you can bring it up just like that you feel responsible for the cat when she's not there.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best. Like in situations with roommates, it's, I think, best to just only address the stuff that makes you involved. And I think it's a totally reasonable thing to be like, hey, look, like when you go away for the weekend, we're kind of cleaning up and taking care of the cat because we don't want the house to smell bad and be sticky with poop.
Yeah.
And I think that that's an okay accusation to make. But I think if you treat it like, look, we care about your cat, but like we feel responsible for it. So we'd love if you were either here more on the weekends or you like pick up in other ways after the house, after us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that you really want her to do that, but I think I'm just like, it's unfair of you to have to deal with her.
And a little bit of balance.
Yeah, a little bit of balance.
Yeah.
Or like, can you make sure you really deep clean the litter box before you go to your boyfriend's?
Yeah.
If you're going to be leaving this cat. And then just also the cat looks sad when you're gone.
I know.
Like really lay it on.
So sad.
Yeah. Is the cat
like I'll come back from the bar and it's like sitting at my door waiting for me. And then it'll like bang on my door until I let it in. Like it's sad.
That's terrible, by the way.
Poor baby.
I know. Yeah, you can't, like, how long do you think you can leave a cat for? I don't know. A dog, you kind of have to, like, pay constant attention to. I know cats are a little bit more independent, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm a dog person, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm a cat person, and I've only left the boys for 2 days was the maximum.
And they have a litter box, and they have food and stuff, and they're probably fine for that.
Yeah, because if you have, like, automatic food, but, like, the water situation, you got to make sure there's fresh water.
And I think it's also different because when you leave your cats, it's an empty home and the cats are there. Yeah. You're not leaving them with someone who's like a bystander to the cats.
Yeah.
Like that feels way more invasive.
Yeah.
Because the cats are going to want to play. They're going to want to do different things with the person that's there. So I think you just got to address, and how do you feel about addressing the roommate directly? Just being like, hey, we're kind of responsible for this. We'd like you to be home more often. Or you got to like, you know, I guess you can't suggest that you give away the cats.
Well, she could get a cat sitter.
You get a cat sitter.
She could get a cat sitter that just comes in, plays with the cat for an hour and cleans the litter box.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a different friend come, be like, this is not my cat. I did not agree to this being this cat's foster parent.
No. That's too much responsibility.
Yeah.
So do you feel like this person will take that well, or is the reason you called in because you think that they're going to freak out?
I don't know. I don't really know her that well, but we are like adults, so I'd hope she'd handle it okay.
Yeah, the one thing I'll caution you from doing, and I only know this from experience, you're 20 years old. Sometimes sometimes with roommate stuff, it can get heated without realizing it. My word of advice for that would just to be like, hey, like to try to introduce it as empathetically and kindly as possible instead of it being like, we clean up after your cat all the time, and we actually all been talking about it, and basically it shits on the freezer.
And I called a podcast in America, and I told
an American podcaster told me to call it to tell you what's up.
Yeah, like, do you think a text would be too passive aggressive?
Yes. Don't text.
Do not
Don't text it.
Okay.
No.
I find that text message in general, or the thread is lost. Like sending a text about anything that is worth it is almost always bad. And I think that a phone call or a in-person experience is like always going to be better than a text message. Because a text message, you can't read tone. And if the person's feeling sensitive, it's going to read as being like aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe like a wine night, and then maybe it's not like the first topic of conversation, but we like worked it in there.
Do it.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I think you think it's a bad idea? I think it's a great idea.
So I imagine this going, everyone's enjoying wine. It's like, so your cat's been shitting on the freezer.
Oh,
Like, I'm imagining that this is sort of like you run into her in the kitchen making breakfast. And it's like, oh, hey, by the way, I was meaning to talk to you about your cat. So it's kind of like a little yucky. They shit on the freezer. I cleaned it up and stuff. I just like, sometimes when you're not here as much, I feel like I have to clean up after your cat. And I was just wondering, like, maybe when you go to your boyfriend's, if you can just stop in halfway through the weekend. So that way, like, because I think everyone's having fun and they're drunk and it's like, you're fucking cat. Like, I don't know. Maybe
what if you did it as like a roommate, like bonding thing where everyone kind of gets to air out and be like, oh, we're going to meet once a month and just kind of chat about Miles is like, absolutely not. He is giving me the worst face. But like you have like a communal, a town hall.
Yeah.
Everyone has wine and they go, and also, I hate your outfit.
No.
I yield my time.
No, being like, should we buy better toilet paper? Like, we should agree on these things.
No,
like, should we buy better olive oil?
I actually do like making an event out of it.
Yeah.
For the shared items in the house. That's a good idea. I think that
it could be in the other business category.
Yeah, my only caution is just that you're like, okay, what kind of toilet paper should we buy? Great. What kind of temperature should the AC be set to? Great. Your cat?
Is depressed.
No.
Your goddamn
You have to have the other roommate have a grievance maybe with you or the group. You know what I mean? To kind of set the scene so that you're not pointing 4 paws at this shitty cat.
So your first thing should be turn to your friend who's dirty and go, you're a fucking mess, honey.
And be like, oh, Sarah, could you please clean the dishes more? Because sometimes I see the poor cat, Boo-Boo, licking the dirty dishes, and I think that's what's giving him the runs. Yeah. And then he sits on the freezer, and really it's a domino effect.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah, kill a couple birds with one stone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think
I love it.
A fun town hall that's lighthearted. You just gotta make sure that it's not like 3 things that the group decides and 1 thing where we're all pointing a finger at one person. That feels bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I think a town hall wine night where you address multiple concerns in a fun way.
A fun way.
It has to be fun.
Fun way. Get a tour wheel.
And I think that it's like, hey, and I think probably the pitch is, hey, would you mind halfway through the weekend sometimes either you or having a friend stop by, clean the litter box, make sure that whatever, or we're happy to just text you a photo if there's something like this happens. I get it. It's a cat. It's a little yucky sometimes. Yeah. We'll text you a photo and you can come clean it up.
Yeah.
I think that's good too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I love that.
Thank you so much for calling in, Roberta. We hope that this town hall goes great, and I'd love a call back afterward for the Patreon after show when it goes nightmare.
Oh my goodness. I will. Don't you worry. Thanks, guys. And congrats on the baby Becky.
Thank you. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow. Bye, Roberta.
Bye, Roberta.
Sometimes being active means that I'm scrolling so hard on my phone that I actually get a little tired. And everybody knows that I'm obviously a big sweater in my lifestyle. So that's why it's all the more important that I stay hydrated, that I stay flush with liquids filled to the freaking brim. And that's why I like to turn to Liquid IV for all my hydration needs. With 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness, Liquid IV hydrates 2 times faster than water alone, all in a single stick. And now their hydration multiplier comes in 3 delicious sugar-free flavors: white peach, green grape, and lemon lime, a proprietary zero-sugar hydration solution with no artificial sweeteners. I am popping the lemon lime on the regular, mostly because when I'm sitting at my desk, I want to have a little special water, so I keep myself hydrated, and honestly, I like the way the lemon lime one tastes. So I'm sipping this to save me through the workday. 1 stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink and no artificial sweeteners and 0 sugar. For daily use before a workout when you feel run down, after a long night out, and on long flights, Liquid IV is gonna get you there. Grab your Liquid IV hydration multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code PERFECTPERSON at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code PERFECTPERSON at liquidiv.com. Get hydrated, people. Snackers, listen up, because I'm about to give you your new fixation. I have been crunching and munching myself with the stuff from nuts.com. It is a treasure trove of snacks to have at my desk throughout the day. Oh, you think I'm just gonna eat like one or two? Yeah, talk to me after I've polished off the entire bag of chocolate-covered gummy bears. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for freshly roasted nuts, dried fruits, sweets, pantry staples like specialty flours, and more. Their wide selection means there is something for everyone. At Nuts.com, quality is a top priority. They roast their nuts and pop their corn the same day it ships, so they reach you deliciously fresh. Satisfaction is guaranteed. I obviously got the salted roasted almonds, and I obviously got the freaking dried mango, but the one thing that really blew my socks off was the chocolate-covered gummy bears, baby. I had never even heard of this type of combination snack before. I saw them on Nuts.com, and I munched and crunched my way through the entire freaking bag. Get on there if you're a snacker and you like to have a little dish of all sorts of little candies and sweets and nuts and proteins, etc. Right now, Nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $29 or more at Nuts.com/perfectperson. So go check out all the delicious options at Nuts.com/perfectperson. You'll receive a free gift and free shipping when you spend $29 or more. That's Nuts.com/perfectperson. Get snacking, people. It's Nuts.com. The town hall meeting.
Do you think a town hall's a bad idea?
I think
I feel like you're the kind of person that would fucking live for a town hall.
You know that I would love to be in a town hall. I just don't necessarily trust that 3 20-year-olds and a 25-year-old are going to be able to gauge the level of their grievances such that it feels productive.
But they're Canadian.
That's a good point, actually. I do love a town hall, and I'm so pro confrontation in a kind way. I love to just be like, let's just address this head on. Like, how's everyone feeling? Let's figure this out. Yeah. We can all like be adults about this. I think that I enjoy those types of experiences because I hate the feeling of just being like, ooh, we all like are mad about this or something. Like, I remember one time I like overheard a roommate of mine talking shit about me on the phone to one of her friends. And it was because I had said, oh my God, this is so stupid. I was literally like, when I moved to New York and I had it was me and another guy and then there's 2 girls and I went to college with all of them. And maybe she's listening right now and she hears it. And no hate to her, but she was sort of like talking about, I think I had said something stupid. I was probably like, oh, like Tylenol, like, yeah, you should. It's like they're ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen and acetaminophen are different. Don't mix them up.
It was literally that stupid. And I'm like 20 and I'm probably being like, well, no, you can't this. Like I say some dumb fact. Maybe I'm literally being like, well, Tylenol and ibuprofen are the same. Like I probably said something stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, no, I think it is the same. Like I'm being dumb and I'm probably being confident because I'm dumb. And then she was talking on the phone and she was just like, yeah, like he acts like he fucking knows everything and he doesn't. And it's like and my feelings were so hurt because I was sort of like, and I, at one point, like because I had heard it was like too late to be like I wasn't eavesdropping. I was just like literally in the hallway.
Yeah.
Our rooms were next to each other. And I remember just talking to her and being like, hey, I heard you said like, I'm really sorry you feel that way. Because I didn't want to have her feel this resentment. And I was like, I heard you said, I'm really sorry you feel that way. I don't know fucking anything.
Did she like throw up? Like I feel like if someone
she
confronted me about like, because I was the other roommate in this situation where I had said something about a roommate and she heard me.
What did you say?
It was similar where it was so stupid.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter. And we were both stupid, like mentally ill, unmedicated.
By the way, that's a good movie title. Stupid unmedicated idiots.
Unmedicated idiots. And I think I said something to one of our other roommates about how this other roommate never bought toilet paper. That was all it was. And my other roommate, who at the time I thought really overreacted. Yeah. But like now, since time has passed, I'm like, no, I was talking shit and that's not nice to hear.
Yeah, right.
And she had big feelings about it because of XYZ. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. No, and it's just not even about the thing. It's just like people are learning how to live with each other.
But if she had come out and said something to me at that moment, I would have thrown up.
She was upset.
She stormed out of the room. This roommate that heard me say, she stormed away. And it was uncomfortable.
Wait, you were like in the same room as her, and you're like,
it was the
by
same.
the way, fucking Lauren.
I didn't know she was home, and she was in her room.
Becky, that is so embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing, and it was so like I was obviously stupid and wrong, and thankfully she was the bigger person many years later and forgave me.
I want to shed my skin.
But yeah, it was. I wanted to die.
Well, no, yeah. In this situation, it's like obviously I was dumb. Like I said something stupid, and then she I think had like thought about it, and then was like, no, like he's wrong. Like I know that I'm right or whatever. And then that feeling made her tell her friend over the phone loudly in her house, like he fucking thinks he knows everything, whatever. And I just was like, and honestly, I was hurt because I felt like I don't know. I was just I wish that she would have come talk to me, because I would have been like, by the way, like if she had come talk to me and just been like, hey, by the way, like you said something and like I knew that I was right and you know, whatever. I was a 20-year-old dude. Like,
Miles,
of course
that takes a lot.
That's a really good point.
To go up to someone and be like,
point.
hey, so you said this thing that like hurt my feelings.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's really true.
Like
But
even thinking about doing that makes me want to puke.
I guess that is true. Because it's such although I think it deepened our relationship, because I was sort of like, I was able to be like, look, I don't fucking know anything.
Yeah.
I'm operating from a place of confidence because I don't have any other switch. But I like, whenever you call, if you think you know the truth, something about ibuprofen, it's like so stupid. I was literally like, please tell me, because I don't know anything. Yeah. I'm so dumb. Like I really like am just talking here. Yeah. And I'm just like talking my feelings out loud, whatever. And she, I think she was like, she felt embarrassed because I had heard her. But I also was like, I'm like, I heard this, but also I was wrong, like in this situation, and I don't want you to feel whatever.
But I think that's like the ideal way to come at someone.
Yeah,
right.
Hear
them saying something.
Yeah,
you know
like
I mean?
I wasn't really even upset. I guess I was upset because I realized I was like embarrassed, but I wasn't. I wasn't like upset that she was talking shit. I mean, I don't know. I guess it feels hurtful to hear somebody talking shit, but I was like, I'm wrong. You know? But confrontation is so tough with roommates.
I don't like it.
It's too sensitive.
Loved moving in with Keith because it's so much easier.
So much easier.
So much easier. And when I lived with my roommate, Jesus was one of my favorite roommates before Keith. I loved my other roommates that I had. They were all females and we were all good friends, but I feel like we became less good friends because we lived together.
Yeah, no, I think that
mean?
it can sabotage a friendie. Yeah. I'll say that like I kind of had the dream scenario where I lived in the room with Sarah and then Kendall lived across the hall and we all lived together so well. Yeah. And it was like the best. And during like the whole pandemic, we just had so much fun. Yeah. And it was like, that was the dream. We lived together like that for so long. It was so fun.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. Which I honestly
is really nice.
It's also uncommon. I think that a lot of people can't live with a couple, and a lot of couples don't like living with their friend. But we just cohabitated so well, and because like I don't know, because I knew that I want to do something independent. Like I sometimes like to tinker on my computer or play video games or whatever. Sarah and Kendall would hang out, and then I would hang out with them, and then
that is nice.
It was just nice that we all had like a great cohabitation situation going on.
That really is ideal. It's
ideal, Becky, and we have got to get back on the phone lines here for another piece of dirt. This is
this the crazy one?
This is a little crazy, but we gotta get into it.
Okay, long story short, I was seeing someone for a few months. One day he picked up the phone during sex. I was like, don't do that. He ghosted me, like the shit out of me. So after a month, I was still mad, called him back, told him I was pregnant. I wasn't. It was fake. Asked him for $100, met up with him, and he told me he left me for the person that he picked up the call for during sex, and they're together now. Should I tell her? Should I tell that girl what he did? Because she has no idea. All right, let me know.
The casualness of which she said, I told him I was pregnant, I was not, is very Kelly Kapoor coded.
Oh yeah, I'm pregnant. God, that's so funny. Told him I was pregnant, wasn't.
Asked him for $100.
It's also like, you're gonna have a baby. What are you gonna do with $100?
Well, what else?
Oh. A little plan B.
A little plan B.
I guess plan B.
Plan B.
That's true. Sometimes you need
Bessa
for that. Bessa and duh. No, by the way, that's so funny. We can have $100. But also, so he answered the phone during sex and she was like, don't do that. And he was like, I gotta go.
Well, I'm also like, I need to know what he said on the phone. Like, I have questions.
Yo, what's good?
Yeah. Hey, honey. Like,
Hey,
what
sweetheart.
did he say?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Becky Habersberger.
Hi.
Hi.
So we have so many questions about your story, and I gotta tell you, my first question is, when your boyfriend picked up the phone, we need a fake name, it's got to be Paulina.
Obviously.
Paulina, when your boyfriend picked up the phone, what did he say?
Okay, so we were getting into it, and the phone rings, and I turn around, and I'm like, I look at the phone, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I need to get that." And I was like, okay. You would think at this point, Paulina would like exit. No, picked up the phone.
Yeah.
Not to be too graphic, but where were you at?
That's a good question.
Where were you at
We were in my bedroom.
more specifically, like you
What?
were?
I was in front of him, and he was behind me.
Okay, got it. Got
Okay, got it. Got it. Got it.
We have gotten the details.
That's what I mean. I just meant were you like sitting on the couch smooching?
No, we got it.
You were got it.
No, we were in, like fully naked.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he picks up the phone, doesn't exit. So at that point, I'm like, okay, it better be one of those. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm really busy right now. I'll call you back. Right?
Yeah,
5
yeah.
seconds. But no, he picks up the phone. I see the name. Let's say Katrina, his best friend, calling. And
Natural disaster.
he picks up
Okay.
and he goes, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And he's right behind me. I can hear the whole conversation, right?
And by doesn't
And he-
exit, you mean he doesn't exit the room or he doesn't exit you?
He doesn't exit me.
No, Paulina.
Stop it.
Paulina. That is
You think
crazy.
you're gagged. So he picks up the phone and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I hear Katrina on the phone, and she's just like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Like, you want to hang out later?" And so at that point, I walk away. Right? I was not about to stay there for his phone call.
Yeah.
So
Obviously.
Paulina stays on the phone for 5 minutes talking about video games.
Wait, so we called Paulina the boyfriend is Paulina in this scenario.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yes. Sorry.
I think we did some switcheroos.
We switcherooed. Paulina is your boyfriend. Your name has got to be Scarlett Johansson, and then the girl on the phone is Katrina.
Yeah.
So, Scarlett. So Paulina is. You leave the room, and Paulina's still on the phone with Katrina.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for like 5 minutes at the doorway, just like staring at Paulina. And then eventually he finally gets off the phone and is like, "LOL, sorry about that," and tries to start kissing me immediately.
What? Okay. Well, and what was your understanding? First of all, how long have you been dating? And what was your understanding of his relationship with Katrina?
Mm-hmm.
So we've been dating for like 2.5 months, and I'm non-monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like really open about that.
Okay.
And about a month in, he told me he has a really good friend of his that he thinks something might happen between them, but she's a little immature, and they've been kind of will they, won't they for the past 10 years that they've been friends. So he doesn't know if it's ever going to happen. He also told me his best friend, Katrina, his old ex used to be really jealous that and thought something was going on with them. I didn't ever say anything, but I assumed it was all Katrina, the person he might get with and the person his ex was, you know? So I assumed that. And she called during sex and he picked up. So I was like, you know, still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that's a yucky feeling for sure. And I guess my other question is, what are the rules of your non-monogamous situation? Like, are you someone who's like, all right, this is somebody you're seeing and kind of all bets are off, you can see whoever you want? Or is there sort of like a communication barrier of let's let each other know? Yeah, what does your specific situation look like?
Yeah, so I told him, yeah, you can, you know, see whoever you want casually. But if it's something serious, you know, let's just tell each other what's going on.
Yeah.
And I thought we were doing that. But here we are, Katrina's calling, and I'm like, yo, that really, I kind of like approached him like, hey, like, I know you think you did nothing wrong right now, but that really
hurt me during a vulnerable moment.
Totally.
100%.
Yeah.
You to pick up the phone, and then you stayed on that phone call a little long. I get it if it's an emergency, but you guys were talking about video games. Like, I was right in front of you. I could hear the whole thing.
And not to, like belabor the point, but what video games were they talking
I have no idea. I was not trying to listen like that, to be honest.
Okay. That's a good point. So got it. So this happens, and then you tell us about the next part where you say, I'm pregnant and I fucking need $100.
Okay, that happened a little later. So right after I told him the boundary, I said, the next time you answer the phone during an intimate moment, I'm going to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
He started crying.
I love that.
He started crying.
What?
Boy, this guy.
He started crying.
No.
He started
Pick a
crying.
lane. Pick a lane.
Go to Katrina, bro.
Right. And then he's like,
Paulina.
oh, God, I'm so sorry. I hate disappointing people. And I'm like, I don't think that feeling is unique to you.
Can I got to go off on I hate disappointing people. I think that is like so manipulative.
100%.
Like to put, and I think that this is true about a lot of different things, but being like, oh man, like I hate disappointing people. Like I hate like being the person that ruins like your mood. That shit is all so manipulative.
Yeah.
And it puts the onus on the other person to feel bad for you.
100%.
So I think that that's like a really common thing where people are like, well, like, no, like I gotta be real with my emotions. But like what you're actually doing is trying to make the person feel bad for your fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of that at all.
Suddenly, like, I was comforting him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And I was still trying to be firm in like I just learned how to set boundaries this past year. So like, I'm not going to go back on something totally reasonable. A boundary you shouldn't even have to set. Don't pick up the phone during sex, right?
Well, it's just like a respect thing.
I feel like that's a normal like even just in life.
In any type of relationship. That's just like a respectful way to interact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so then I comfort him, and then I'm like, you can work on it, whatever. Like, it's fine. Like, that just hurt me. And then he was like, yeah, you're right. Sure, fine. So then we went downstairs, and he left. Right before he left, we have this ongoing joke, because we hate when people ghost each other. That's a big thing that we always talk about. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, don't ghost me. And he's like, I would never. And he gave me a kiss, and he gave me a hug. And then that was the last time I ever heard from him.
What? And wait, that was the last time you ever heard from him?
Ghosted me.
Yeah.
He ghosted you immediately after the phone.
Out, right? Got it. You reached back out.
Okay.
Yeah, so he ghosted me. I texted him a few times, like, being like, hey, I know last time didn't go well, but, like, maybe we should stop seeing each other. Reach out to me. Like, maybe we could be friends in the future. I texted him a few times, being really nice about the situation, and nothing. And I really tried to get over it. I spent like a whole month, like, doing the work, processing it, being like, well, how could this person ghost me?
Yeah.
They really loved me. Like, like they would send me like 20 cute memes a day. They would tell me all these sweet things for months. And then they ghost me after they did something wrong.
By the way, I love it. Cute memes are the new bouquet of flowers. Yeah. 20 cute memes.
He would send me crazy memes, like two cats cuddling and being like us.
And then he's like answering the phone during sex. Okay, got it. So this guy does this thing. You reach out and talk us through. I've got my advice locked and loaded, but I'd like to just talk to you about you saying that you were pregnant and asking for the hundo.
Uh-huh.
Right. So one day that I was just fed up, and my sister was here with me, and she was hyping me up. And she was like, "You should just go find him. You should just go to his house and find him." And I was like, "You're right. Will you drive me there? You're so right." So we get in the car, and I'm texting all my friends, like, I'm about to go confront him. I'm going to show up to his front door. And all of my friends are like, go get him, girl.
I'm going to pee my pants. I love this. Girl, you're crazy.
We love your energy.
Girl.
You are out there. You are fighting
wacky, and I love it.
You're fighting the good fight. I love it.
Okay, the full gag is I'm sitting here right now in full clown makeup, like going to a party, and I'm sitting in your clown makeup telling you this story.
Oh my God, that's the visual I needed to really solidify you sitting there like a sad clown.
Like not cute clown makeup, like sad emo clown makeup.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, got it. So, all right, go on, clown. So
go off, clown. Wait, you're in the car, you're texting your insane clown posse and saying, I'm going to go.
Right. And
fuck him
like,
up.
Fucking roll up to this guy's house.
Except for one friend. She's like, hey, I don't know if that's a great idea, like, as a friend.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, someone has a conscience. Like, I guess I'll call him one time before, like, I show up to his front door and scare the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So...
Were you dressed like a clown at the time?
At the time, were you clowning?
No, I did have like a black beanie on, and my sister was like, you look like you're about to rob him. And I was like...
Got it, Scarlett. Okay.
I'm really short, though. I'm really short.
Okay.
So
you call him.
So I call him, and he picks up on the first ring.
Oh, desperate much?
I was like, hello, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, it's me, it's Scarlett Johansson. And he was like, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, I'm in your neighborhood, and I want to talk to you. And he was like, oh, is it bad? And I was like, yes, it's bad.
Whoa.
Like, I want to talk to you. I got to talk to you in person. And he was like, oh, like, do we have, like, can't you just tell me? And I was like, no, like, I want to talk to you in person. I'm in your neighborhood. He's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm obviously at Dunkin' Donuts.
Obvious. Why obviously? I'm fucking
obviously at Dunkin' Donuts,
moron.
you moron.
Fucking idiot.
Where else would I be?
Duh.
Like, seriously, men. And then...
Scarlett, you crazy girl. I love it.
Oh my God. Okay, got it. So
he's on the phone and he will not come see me. And I was getting so angry. Like, yo, like, I'm here on the phone with you, like, trying to get some closure, and you're not even going to come see me.
Now I'm going to come to the fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
To be fair, I know that he did you wrong, but I don't blame him, because it sounds a lot like you're going to beat the shit out of him. You're like, I'm in your fucking neighborhood, bitch. I'm at the Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. Roll up. Obviously.
Okay, but I'm like 5 foot tall and he's like 6'4".
That's
so
fair.
like,
Okay.
I feel like
okay.
That's right.
But anyway, so he keeps being like, no, just tell me over the phone. And I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Okay. And then my sister
Scarlett,
from the driving seat.
Was this always the plan? When you were going to roll up on him, were you going to tell him you were pregnant in person, or was pregnant always part of the plan, or that came to you?
Absolutely not. It was just in the heat of the moment. I was so angry.
Scarlett, you have incredible energy. You are a force to be reckoned with.
You're my favorite clown.
You're my favorite clown by far. Scarlett, okay, guys, so you go, I'm pregnant. And does any part of you regret that decision?
Honestly, I've always wanted to do that.
I thought you were going to say, honestly, I've always wanted to be a mom.
Honestly, I've always wanted to be a mom.
Not that part, but I've always wanted to get revenge on a man by saying I'm pregnant. I'm not going to lie. And I've talked about it with my therapist.
Yeah.
Well, that's healthy.
Let's get him on the line. Got it. So you say I'm pregnant, and then you ask for $100 for presumably Plan B?
Yeah. Well, so then I say I'm pregnant, and then he's like, oh, shit, okay, I'm on my way. Like, I'll meet you at Dunkin'. So we go to Dunkin', and he shows up, and we have a whole conversation.
Over some munchkins?
The Dunkin' Donuts employees got the best tea that day.
Oh, yeah, they're probably listening in, by the way.
100%.
And I know this isn't the point, but did you guys order anything?
Yeah, I got the Ice Spice Munchkins beverage.
Go off. Go
fucking off. Ice Spice is in the room with you. Mm-hmm. And when he got there, were you like, no, I'm just kidding, I'm not pregnant? Or were you like, yeah, it's yours, bitch? Like, did you double down?
So that's when I was going to decide if... That's when I was going to decide if I was going to tell him or not. See how, like... Because I did feel bad about saying that. But basically, I let him have it. I was like, what happened? Turns out that he said that same day that he left my house, then I inspired him to go get his girl. And I was like, so that same day they got together.
Oh.
Ew, and that's such a gross thing to say. Tell him you have twins.
And I was like, wait, I am so grateful to be a part of your romantic love story. Like, Paulina, like, that's so beautiful. Like, does she know?
Does Katrina
Does Katrina know that?
Oh yeah.
That 10 years of will they won't they ended because of me, because of you answering the phone. And he was like, she knows we were hanging out. She just doesn't know about anything physical. And I was like,
girl, call her.
Know you were
call her.
Call her.
Call her.
Call her right now.
Call her right
Loop
now.
Loop us into the call.
3-way call.
No, I got to tell you, what's your name? Scarlett. Scarlett Johansson. I got to tell you. I mean, my goodness, this has been a wild ride. What a call! And I love you calling in and giving us that hot tea. You got to wash your hands of all of this. You got to
Scarlett,
go.
you got to leave.
Scarlett, you got to go back to Dunkin' Donuts, get a nice spice munchkin drink.
He sent me the 125 though.
I mean, keep
the money.
No,
obviously,
pocket the money, and
obviously,
pocket the money for your silence. He paid for your therapy. That's right.
Wow.
Honestly, that's interesting.
That is really interesting.
Boys paying for the therapy that because of the traumatic.
I like that.
Honestly,
I like that.
I like that a lot. You got to pocket the 125, and he knows that you're not pregnant anymore, right?
No, absolutely not. He didn't seem to have any remorse. I just let him believe it.
Scarlett. But you said you were getting. Sorry, you told him like I'm gonna handle it. Like I'm. He knows that now you are no longer pregnant.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Definitely. I could keep messing with him. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, yeah, no, you've honestly, you went out into the field and you played chess so good. That was checkmate.
That was checkmate. Flip the board over. Walk away, Scarlett.
Walk away, Scarlett. Walk away from the table. Okay.
Get out. Get away.
He weaponized my female body first.
Yeah,
100%.
That's totally right. He was a little shit pig.
I have never done this to anyone, and I told him, I'm not a crazy bitch. I'm not a psycho bitch. You just pushed me to this point. You pushed me here. So all your little memes about liking psycho bitches, I guess they're true.
I guess they're fucking true, bitch. I mean, Scarlett. Yeah, you've won. Don't go back in. Don't tell this girl anything.
No,
don't go back in. You've won. This is Game of Thrones, and you are Cersei, and you've blown up the keep.
You did everything.
You've done everything you need to be doing, and you've destroyed this man.
Do no more.
He fired the first shot, but you ended the fucking
100%.
war, actually.
Him and Katrina's relationship, that's a horrible foundation to build a relationship off of.
Oh,
I feel like she's going to find out either way.
Well, and you know what? That is not your problem anymore, Scarlett.
No.
You wash your hands of both of them.
You wash your hands of all of this. Pocket the 125, and you got to go get another munchkin drink. You're going to buy so many munchkin drinks with this. I mean, that's what I'm excited about.
True.
But yeah, no. It sounds like, excuse me.
I looked up Katrina, and she looks like she fights. So I'm too pretty to fight. Come on. I'm just as a clown.
By the way, too pretty to fight is a good piece of merch.
That is a really good piece of merch.
Too pretty to fight. That's great.
That's what we say on my.
Yeah. Wow. My goodness. Well, yeah, no, my advice to you is you got to move on to someone that's gonna treat you better, that doesn't bring out the wrath in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say my therapist said he was proud of me.
That honestly, so are we.
We are too.
We here at the Perfect Person Podcast do not ever want to cross you, Scarlett.
No.
Because you are a warrior out here in these streets, and you've obviously dominated this gentleman, and you've won the battle that you need to. But I would absolutely not get re-involved in any way with this person.
No.
Or their lovers to be, because that's not your responsibility. And by the way, if this person has known, what's his name? Paulina. If Katrina has known Paulina for 10 years, then she must be aware of what type of person he is and what type of relationship that they are getting into. But that's also not your problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Katrina
Katrina.
and Scarlett, you may be wearing the makeup.
Yeah.
But Paulina is the true clown here.
Talking to me, Willis? That's absolutely right. And by the way, I just remembered you're wearing clown makeup. I love the visual. And I got to say, so you're going out tonight as a clown.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to a party. I'm going to Chili's.
What? Scarlett! I want to ask questions, but I don't at the same time.
I know. I almost want the mystery of it to survive. Well, hey, if you are at a Chili's somewhere in the United States and you see someone in clown makeup, then you've seen a good Ghost. Thank you so much for calling into the show, Scarlett. My goodness, that's top tier call.
Wow.
That's a top tier call right there.
It really is.
Hey, have fun at Chili's tonight, and don't get involved with this person in any way. And also just find someone that you feel is going to treat you right, going to treat you nice, so you don't have to sort of induce the wrath, say you're pregnant, and take the 125.
Right. But ladies, if you're listening, ask that man that screwed you over for 125.
That's right.
You'll get it.
By the way, that is the tax for treating you wrong. And I appreciate
Emotional compensation.
That's right. You passed go and you did collect
Emotional
one.
labor is labor. Emotional labor is labor.
Damn right, Scarlett. Thank you so much for calling into the show. And I hope you have a fantastic night at Chili's.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh my God, that was so funny. Scarlett.
The twist of her just going to Chili's in clown makeup that she was like working, because this whole time I was like, she's a party clown, like a Halloween party, something. No, she just wants to go to Chili's. I'm scared of Scarlett.
Scarlett has a wild energy.
She is untamed.
Scarlett cannot be tamed.
No.
And also just like, that's so... I love that she admitted, like, no, I didn't plan to do it. I was backed into a corner. I'm pregnant. Meet me at the Dunkin' is like, wow. That's incredible. And also, I mean, to get the Ice Spice Munchkin drink, which is heinous, by the way. We had it for the TryPod, and it was one of the most foul things I've had recently. Oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
I love her.
I know. She's my muse.
She is my clown.
I want to see fan art of Scarlett in clown makeup at Chili's.
In a shirt that's too pretty to fight.
That's a sick cartoon, by the way. Any artists out there, please tweet that at me.
Please.
Becky, originally I was going to take a bunch of calls, but my God, that one was so good that we're at the end of the show already.
Oh my God.
And we have one final
R.I.P.
segment, obviously. A segment we like to call Get Real. Oh, Becky, this is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves. Yeah. Well, Becky.
Yes.
We're both parents now.
We are.
How do you feel like that has affected either your sense of self or just affected like the way you see things? The answer can also be not at all. Or like still figuring it out. But how do you feel like
the music is so loud.
Yeah, there we go. How do you feel like that experience has sort of just like affected the way that you are right now?
Oh, such a good question.
Thank you.
Such a good question. I think at the moment the sense of self is gone. There is no sense of self, right? Because this tiny little squish ball needs and I'm breastfeeding, so he needs your body.
So much effort.
So even when you're thinking about like what you're eating, what you're drinking, if you're exercising, if you're doing all these things right so that the baby gets the right amount of nutrition, and then also the baby just wants to be by you all the time because he loves you and he loves your smell and you love him. But it definitely feels like we are but one unit.
That is exactly how Sarah felt as well. And I know you guys be texting.
We be texting.
But that's definitely like, there's so many logistics that just go into keeping a baby alive.
It's a lot.
It's like mostly, it's this dichotomy between being like overwhelmingly beautiful and anxiety inducing because you care so much, and then deeply, deeply boring.
Yeah.
And it's like, because you are around this little baby that's so sweet and you want to take care of. And then you're also like, okay, well, I guess it's the rest of the day.
Yeah.
He'll nap and then he'll wake up and then he'll nap again and then he'll wake up and then he'll nap for the night and we'll be so tired that all we can do is kind of sleep.
Yeah.
But no, that like kind of very intense loss of identity is what we experienced as well. And then slowly it kind of comes back. And that part's cool. At least for me, it did.
We're waiting for it.
You're getting it back.
We'll get it back one day.
I feel like I told you this on the TryPod, but there's an overwhelmingly weird group of parents that like to like give like what's the word, foreboding parenting advice.
I hate those.
And it's such a fucking nightmare because I don't think it's true. But people will be like, "Oh yeah, you think it's hard now? Well, wait, it's gonna get harder." And it's like, this is helpful for no one. And I also don't think it's true. As somebody who, we have a 9-month-old now, it gets so much easier when they become more stable, more mobile, more like engaged, more whatever. It gets so much easier. And also the like harsh drop off of the way that you're like, okay, now we have baby. That harsh drop off starts to like kind of smooth out and be easier and get back to other things too.
Well, they start becoming their own person.
Yeah, like, that's really cool.
It's cool to see your kid Henry's in the phase where he can scan a room and we're like,
so
ooh, he can scan a room. He can follow me when he's, when I'm walking around the room.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that at 2 he's going to be a nightmare just because your kid was a nightmare at 2.
But also it's like when he's 2, it's going to be like sidekick status.
Yeah.
We can go get ice cream and I'll be like, come on. He can get out of the car by himself.
He's going to be laughing and like excited.
That's so cool. And like he'll have a sense of personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, like a baby is like, do they have personality? They're sort of just figuring it out.
They're blobs.
They're little blobs. They're like little slugs. And then slowly you get little doses as you go. But I feel like it'll be so fun. I was watching Modern Family, and that makes me so fucking ripped excited for like 8 years, 10 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, that's what I want to do. Like to have little kids that have little problems. And they're like, I skinned my knee and I want to whatever. Like that's, you know what I mean? That's the really exciting part. And right now, a lot of it is, it's like maintenance. You're sort of like, all right, I want to make sure you're healthy and happy and well, but your sense of identity is going to develop. And then you have to like teach them philosophy.
Yeah.
Or you're like, we don't hit.
Yeah, right. Or also when they like ask, I'm kind of excited for when he asks like weird questions, like what happens when we die?
That's so interesting.
And I'm like, I guess we get to talk about this now.
It's also like, then I feel like I get to figure out what I feel about that stuff too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like a religious person. And so it'll help me to develop my own sense of philosophy to like, to try and figure out with him what, what those things mean. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Don't be one of those people that tells people, oh, just wait.
It's like, that's so weird. And also I just don't think it's true. It's such a weird thing to do. But anyway, Becky, that's the show.
Oh my gosh, so fast.
Yeah, it ripped by.
It was so quick.
With the help of Scarlett Johansson.
With the help of
oh my goodness.
Clown Scarlett Johansson.
Clown Joe.
Clown Joe.
Clown Joe helped a lot.
Scar-Joe the Clown.
I do want to see Scarlett Johansson in makeup.
Yes, 100%.
Well, Becky, what do you got coming down the pipe? What are you excited about? Where can people find you? All that stuff.
You can find me at BexMex2 on all platforms.
We got to get you to number 1. We gotta get you BexMex1.
I guess I've never checked to see if BexMex1 was free. I went from BexMex to BexMex2 because it was the second BexMex.
That is so weird. BexMex2.
BexMex2.
Yeah.
The BexMex2 on all platforms. You can sit with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're still rocking and rolling over there.
Ripping and rocking. How many episodes?
I think we're at like 170 now.
Let's go.
We're at a lot of epi-eps. We're going to have a lot of fun guests on. We came up with a new segment. If any of you are on Book Talk.
Oh, that's right.
I have gotten some recommendations from Book Talk of really, the books usually start good and then one of them recently got real like smutty, like porno smutty. Like they said clit a bunch. And I was like, I just wanted to be prepared for it. Perverts on Book Talk. But my new favorite segment is Matt reads the smut. And he does a really good job reading it and not laughing.
That's so great.
So if you have any good Book Talk smut that you want to send us, Matt will read it to you.
That is really, really good.
So,
well, check out Becky on all freaking platforms. Check out You Can Sit With Us. And remember that if you're out there and you have a problem, just like Scarlett Johansson, remember that no matter who you are or where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.